What's up, guys? We're here live at the Pro Play Tour Invitational with Robbie. How you doing today, man? You just came off a top 8.
Yep, a top 8. I got beat. Justin got me.
All right. What were you playing today?
Playing some Brawly Surge, Brawly the Cure. Came down pretty close. He was able to sneak out the win. Couldn't do anything about it. He got to Awaken first. Put me in a bad spot. But I like the list. It's pretty good. I'm going to show you some of the cards that were good and some that weren't that good. Vegeta the Cruel. I only ran one just as a singleton to scare my opponents. It clearly didn't work because Justin in top 8 got 3 Brawlies off on me. I could see running 4. There's no reason not to in case you keep your mana up. The SCR, as you saw in the thing, let me win in top 16. Always a good card. The 1-up Champa came up once. I don't think it's relevant. I thought about it. If you don't like the cards, you don't have to. This package I was running was the Goten and Familiar Bond, Tragic Brawly, Foretold. They work together to generate early game card advantage. I just lost to Justin though because I drew 3 of these and none of these. So I had dead cards, and you don't want dead cards in your hand. So I can't beat him if that happens. And so he was able to take advantage of it and just get major value that I was not getting. This is still one of my favorite cards in the game. I ran Familiar Bonds, great card. My only target was primarily this one, Digging Deep. The 2 work really well with 4-star ball to give you a Heartfelt Plea combo. So you can, if you get the nuts, turn 3 attack with Digging Deep. Arrival into this guy, attack twice as double strike. 4-star ball him during the attack with Champa, and summon Heartfelt Plea. That's kind of the nut hand. When you awaken and then you still have 2 energy open, you still have your leader swing, it feels very good. I successfully did that 0 times this tournament. Because like I said, there's only 1 Chomp Autos, but I still like the concept. Topo was really rough for me. Everyone here was playing control, so I kept siding out Topo. He never did anything. He just was kind of a dead card for me. Still one of my favorite cards for negates, but it didn't really work. Brawly for energy, it's a very solid card, but because this deck does have a lot of hand destruction, I casted this for on turn 3 a lot, just to make them discard a card, or make them use an effect. This guy is MVP at $18, he's worth it.
Oh yeah.
No matter what, you're gonna rip a card from your hand if it doesn't get like denialed or whatever the new blue-green card is. Makes it very relevant. This card lets you come out of nowhere, win the game, stop their combo. I'm excited to stop running Paragus after this set. Paragus is just bad. It feels terrible to run this card in a deck like this because I have so many battle cards in play. I'm not exactly at 4. I'm usually at 5 or I'm at 3. Once I'm at 3, it'll activate, but I really hate, like I drew 3 against Justin. This was my hand, was 3 dead cards and 3 Paragus at the beginning of the game. I'm just sitting there like, man, if you were any other type of super combo, a Sparking, or the new ones that just activate and get an effect, way better value, because effectively just I'm doing is a 10k, draw a card off my leader's ability, and that is it. This card was cute, it was very relevant. It's the new expansion promo. It lets it be if someone topos you, you can discard them, or if they have discard effects, you can pitch them to those. So you can still combo from the drop. One of the best mechanics is to put it underneath, and then when you activate and you put this card in the drop, it's effectively like it's still in your hand. You just have a 10k. It wasn't overwhelming, and yet it was extremely relevant a few times to consider it. Chi-Chi's the reason I almost decked out a few times, so that was scary. This card does go through your whole deck, especially when we get to sideboard. So you have to watch how many Chi-Chis you have, because that draw 2 is scary. This is the MVP. If I could, I'd run more of this card, but you can't. 4 of the Brawly Champion. I believe they're $50 now. They're worth it at $50. The card is just fantastic. In unison of this card, your opponent is put in a lot of trouble. So these cards just work amazingly. I found out this combo was very good in the sideboard. I could see running it main. It feels really good to play a Brawly, have them tap out to try to avoid getting seen their hand, and then just evolving on top of the Brawly. And that feels pretty good, and you get to swing, you get to burst 5, and steal any card, including Victory Strike. So that's what I was trying to do, but my opponent didn't have the Victory Strike when I went for it. So Kyle Ken was another card, great sideboard tech. I could see having 3. Against
card.
some of the slower decks, you want to cast it for 7. At 7 energy, it's a great, just tap it for 7. That's all we did. Like especially against Piccolo hand destruction, he didn't want to attack me, so I kept doing Chi-Chi and some other effects. I just kept charging. Turn 7, I played it, and he goes, oh, he didn't have an effect for it, so I just discarded a card from my hand and I won. So Burst Gohan definitely feels like it should be main. This deck does not draw enough cards, and with the familiar bonds, we could go to a 3rd familiar bonds, add 2 of these. Very relevant because hand destruction just got better with the ban of Tau. That being said, bye-bye Tau. This was it. This is the last run.
Yep.
I never brought it in and was happy about it, so it doesn't do enough because once it's on board, people aren't going to play their effects. So unless they're super relevant effects, it doesn't matter. The draft box staple, I was afraid of U6 Brawly. They didn't show up. Yeah, I never brought it in. $150 just sitting on my sideboard. Didn't get to play against any aggro. Thought there'd be some Demigraw, some small weenie decks. Unfortunately, Surge Q has effectively stopped them all. So this didn't do anything, but I still like 2 on the board in case you do play against like a Demigraw or even Hatchiak. Very good card against Hatch to blow up all his blockers. Last card, I originally had 2. Ran into an issue when I went to turn my deck check. Noticed there was 16 cards on my sideboard. Quickly dropped the last card without even looking to see what it was, and then saw it was Denial of Hope as I saw my scribble. So 2 would have been a lot better. I don't like Denial of Hope main. A lot of people do. In an aggro build, it creates awkward energy because you don't want extra cards. One of my other games I lost was by a 5K, and I sided in this card and I drew it, and I was like, no more 5K. But that's it, guys. I hope you like the list. Going forward, this list is still great. You don't need to worry about set 9. Get some minor upgrades, but everything here is still a viable deck strategy, and it's so fast that most decks can't deal with it.
Oh yeah.
Kill them on 3, kill them on 4. You don't have to worry about these crazy 5 drops. It's good seeing you guys, and I'll see you guys at the upcoming next event.
Congratulations to you, man.
Thanks, guys.
See you.